All right, guys. I wanted to share with you my dream. That line, there's a line in that song that goes, I searched for a leader, and the leader was me. And it just gets me every time. Absolutely every time. I decided to spend a little time grounding myself before I spoke with you guys today so that you could get all of me with my dream. So my dream's probably gonna be long. I know some of your guys' videos are short. That's fine. It doesn't matter. It's your dream, right? So my big dream is to have everything. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I just spent so many years being told I couldn't have things. I couldn't do things because we couldn't afford it. I couldn't have those friends because we were poor, or I was fat, or I didn't have the right clothes. I couldn't have that boy because all the things women think are wrong with us, right? Too fat, our boobs are too small, whatever, we're not wearing the right thing. My whole life has been this ridiculous struggle of either or. No one that I had ever come in contact with before had ever understood the concept of abundance. There's always more. You can have everything. You have it all. I don't ever want to be told that I can't have something or I can't do something. And almost more importantly, I don't want anyone else to get told that either because it's bullshit. We can do anything. We can have everything. It's just how hard are we willing to work and how much pain are we willing to go through in the growth process to get it. What I kind of realized at some point was we're all sitting here in pain anyway. Fuck is the difference, you know? Whether it's pain and we're repressing it, or it's pain and we're growing through it, it's still pain. But only one actually does us any good. I look at my life and I just don't want to waste a single minute of it. I don't ever want to settle for anything, ever. Someone says it can't be done, get out of my way because you're interrupting me while I'm trying to do it. We grew up poor. I grew up fat. I grew up with an example of a extremely dysfunctional relationship. I grew up and assumed I'd always be overweight and that, I always made a lot of money but never had any. I was always in crappy relationships and wondered why and always said I would never want to have kids. It wasn't true. I didn't believe there was more for me out there. And it wasn't until Beachbody that I realized there is so much more for me, for all of us, but for me, and that's what I'm doing here, is to have all of that. And I look at my life like just I don't just want to get married and have kids, right? Like I don't just want to start a business. I don't want to just get to this rank or whatever. I want to be an incredible mother. I want to be the kind of partner that I would want to have. Be an incredible wife. I don't just want to be a leader of people. People have always tended to follow me. I could lead. I want to be a leader of incredible people who do incredible things. And together, I know we can show the world that you can have whatever you want. Not everyone's going to buy in. And that's okay. And that's why it doesn't bother me when people quit or whatever, because not everyone believes that they can have everything that they want. Because you know what? Neither did we at some point, right? So I just want to take people who can see it, who see the light. It's almost got a little glimmer of hope. I just want to take them and run with them. I want to surround myself with them. I want to surround my children with them. I want to live in a world where people dream and people grow and you can have whatever you want. I want it to be real. I don't want it to be that situation where you tell your kids you can grow up to be anything you want, but then you put them in a school system that tells them that, they're only as good as their test scores, or it doesn't actually enrich them in the areas that they might bring their genius to the world, right? And then we squash it. You can be anything you want as long as it fits in one of these categories. I want to live in a world where you can really be anything you want. You can have anything you want. So my big dream is not only to just be financially free as far as I don't have any debt, which I'm really close to doing. I'm very excited. But to be completely financially free where, if my child comes to me at the age of 18 when most kids go to college and they say, I want to start a business, we do that instead. I don't ever want to tell my kids, you can't play soccer, you can't do ballet, you can't whatever the thing is, go to 6th grade camp, because I decided not to provide for you, because this is all a choice. It's all a choice. And I will not have kids just to turn around and look them in the eye and say, no, you're not going because I've chosen not to provide you with that. Now, obviously, I'm going to teach my kids responsibility, right? They're not going to be spoiled. But that's a choice. I can choose not to give to them in areas because I want them to learn, but not because I can't afford it. It will never happen. Absolutely not. I don't ever want to have that average sitcom status marriage where they're barely making ends meet and they can't do the things that they want to do. They can't travel with their kids. You never see them, right? No one makes fun of that lifestyle. No one makes fun of the lifestyle where they get to take their kids to Germany for Christmas. No, they make fun of the middle class average people. And the reason why that is because those people are just barely making it. They're surviving. I want to experience my life. I spent too many years just doing whatever because that's how I thought I had to do it. I want to wake up every day and experience my life. I want my children to feel that way. I want to experience my marriage. I want it to be incredible. Do I think it's going to be always good? No, of course not. I'm not delusional. You're going to fight, and that's fine. But I don't ever want to look across the couch at my husband and realize there's nothing left. And we've grown apart, and all we ever do is fight about money. I don't ever want that. I also really want to empower women. I see so many women who get stuck because their husband makes all the money, or they feel like they can't do things, and it's none of it's ever true. It's just whatever they were, you know, they decided to believe. They've chosen to believe that based on whatever sources they are using to decide that it's true. Whether it be their parents or um, significant others or whatever society, I guess, if you will. It kills me. It kills me when women just don't take control of their own life and they let their life happen to them. That's so hard for me. So I have my vision board. It's my background for my computer. It's right there, and I have a lot on there that's just for this year. But when I look at what I want for my life, I want to have a significance. I want to do something with my time here. I wasted a lot of it. I did. I wasted the first third of my life, but I oftentimes I have to tell myself it was so that you could have this life. Like, an example that I have is, like, I have all this loose skin on my stomach and all these stretch marks. Like, you can, like, play with it. You're like, it's not you, right? What are you gonna do? Yeah. And sometimes I get frustrated because I work so hard, right? And I think, and I've got, like, my arms and stuff. Like, no matter how thin they get, they look like that girl when they put them up against, because it's just skin. It's just skin. So I'm not gonna obviously get my arm skin cut off. Like, let's not be dramatic. But I get pissed. I get really fucking pissed because I work so hard and, like, my body's never gonna look like it deserves to look based on, like, how hard I work. It's never gonna show. I'm always gonna be the girl that people look at and they go, "You're a coach." I mean, I get that little bit every time, and it pisses me off. And then I remember. Then I get to think about all of your dreams and all of the whys and all of the graduation calls of 6 weeks to success and all the diamond mines I've done and all the benchmark classes I've run. Where I get to actually do something for someone and they get to see their potential and I can feel your dream. And I want it for you. And I know that my job is to help people believe that they can have those dreams. And the extra skin and the stretch marks and all of that. Just the trade off. It's a trade off. I would absolutely trade. I would never trade the life I have now for any of the scars or pain, physical, emotional, or otherwise, to be gone. I never would. Because we only get one shot at this life. There's only so many people that you get to connect with, if you even decide to. And I have managed to put myself in a career where I get to spend all of my time being with people and helping them see everything that they are and everything that they can have. So in those moments when I'm pissed off in my bikini, which I still wear because I'm sort of that way where I'm like, screw you, don't look over here. Because of my extra skin and all of this, right? Like, I'm like, not so bad. People would pay a lot more to have the life that I have. My big dream is just to keep it going, take it as far as it'll go, have the biggest impact we can on this world together. That's the thing. I don't just want to have a big impact. I do. I want to have an impact on the world. I want to have a purpose here. I want to have a significance. I think that human beings crave that. But I want to do it with you. I want to do it with incredible human beings that are just as flawed and broken as I am, but who have big dreams and a lot of passion and the drive to get there. Who are willing to fight and who are willing to choose the pain of growth versus the pain of settling for their life every day. So that's my big dream. I know I missed a lot of stuff in there, but I don't do bullet points. I don't do lists. I don't do order. I just do what I want. Just whatever comes out, was what was meant to be on this video. So I love you. Thank you very much for sharing your dreams with me. I hope you got to know a little bit more about mine. And I think it's going to be a really awesome ride. I'm excited. Congratulations on making it through 6 weeks of success. You rocked it.